Well, I've got to say, how good is it being able to be in a position to travel and adventure around Australia and come across some of the most amazing villages and townships that Australia has to offer. I tell you, Chappie's Travels Life, we absolutely adore what we're doing. And to think in the beginning, there was no way you would have got me into a caravan. Here we are, traveling Australia, having the time of our life. In particular, pulling into some fantastic places that I've only heard of. But in today's short little video, I'm taking you to a town which is probably 5.5, 6 hours inland from Sydney, that's right. And in fact, only about 260 k's south of Lightning Ridge. And this little town is called Gilgandra. So come along and check this place out and let me show you a place that you could probably take your family and have the time of their life. And you can do it for nothing. That's right, the last words you heard me say for doing it for nothing, like for free. And what I mean by that, there's plenty of accommodation options out here in Gilgandra, but what we also have here, put on by the council via the visitor centre, is we have 10 free caravan spots. That's right, behind me over there, there are 10 spaces that you can book in for 24 hours, 48 hours, or 72 hours. As long as you're self-contained and you can look after yourself, you got 3 days of free accommodation if you've got the caravan. And that's going to give you plenty of time to get a good sniff around the town where I'm about to take you to and have a good look at this place. Like I said, Gilgandra, she's about 6 hours or 5.5, 6 hours inland and up a bit from Sydney. How good is that? Great bloody place it is. And the weather at the moment, we're in spring, is absolutely stunning. It's probably 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning here at the moment, and she's about 20 degrees. I can't believe it. They call it the town of the windmills, which you're going to see. There's plenty of windmills in this area. In fact, the kids are going to have their time of their life, and this is what I love doing about the videos I put together. Every video I put together is not just for mum and dad or a single or a couple. I make it that it's family friendly and of course pet friendly. You can see old Chappie running around. So the first place we're going to kick off of is at the front of where I like to go, and that's into the information centre. You're going to find your information centres are the greatest source of intelligence you need for that town. So let's head over there, eh? But look at that, 10 free caravan parking spots. Now what we have here, okay, is the old Coo-ee Heritage Centre. It's your information centre. And within there, they have 2 or 3 different art galleries covering different type of themes, which are changed on a regular basis. They also have a great cafe in there. And like I said, it's a fantastic wealth of knowledge. The ladies in this place here, they'll show you what you need to do. They even have welcome packs when you arrive. So they've already got it prepared to show you what you can do and you can't do. But just have a look around this place and see how sweet it is. Of course, there's public toilets here as well. But I'm going to tell you, the Coo-ee Heritage Centre here is the first place you need to pull in. And let me tell you again, they keep a looking Mickey Mouse at all times. So we'll sneak in there and we'll have a good look around and show you what's about. like Gilgandra, what a great base it is for hitting the Warrabungles National Park. Set yourself up here, and they call it the gateway to the Warrabungles. So you set yourself up here and head out there and spend a day or two going through probably one of the best national parks in the world. And that's in my opinion. And my opinion means a lot to my grandchildren, so it might mean a little bit to you too. But just that's one little thing here. And like I said, it's also called the town or the village of windmills, because as we travel along, you'll be seeing a lot of windmills coming up in the vision. They've built them all up here, got them all, set them up, makes it look great and brings that heritage back to Australia. Your kids are going to love it, you know. Your kids are going to think, wow, just the mechanical side of things gets us all. But we're going to head over now to the Gilgandra Museum and have a little bit of a sniff on the outside there, because she's just not open today. Let's head over there now, okay? What do you reckon, chappy? And as I was saying, here we go, here's a Gilgandra Museum. Now I reckon there's more machinery here than you'll find at the Handy Field Days. And the Handy Field Days is a farming sort of expo held out at Hanty, which is sort of west of Orange. But this place here, the local enthusiasts have got together, mucked around with a bit of gear and got it working again, so people like you and I can get out there and see how the guys did it in the old days. Because you remember that saying that if it wasn't built by a farmer, it just wasn't built. Well, these are one of these places. And like I said, you can see the windmills rocking and rolling. But we're just going to go have a look and have a bit of a sniff around there and just see what they got set up outside. And this is all to tantalise your taste buds, so when you come in here, you can slip inside. Another thing I want to tell you, you might hear a lot of trucks running around this place and see a lot of trucks. And the reason for that is, out this way in the bush, this is where three highways or three big roads meet each other. So that's why you'll be hearing a heap of trucks. Look after yourself. Okay, as I was saying, here's just a bit of a sniff of what they got going here. And they've got a few mills set up here, hooked onto an old Ned Kelly they built, and a bit of a tractor ride. But as we cruise down here, past an old grader, and that's right, what you're seeing there is a grader, and I reckon she was horse-drawn. You're going to see the Howard Rotary Hoe. That's right, the Howard Rotary Hoe. Built here in Gilgandra. Let's get across there and have a look. Now you know a rotary hoe is a cultivator, of course, but this one here was built to be hooked up onto a tractor. And this is the world famous Howard Rotary Hoe, and it was invented in Gilgandra, that's right, in Gilgandra in 1920. And here you are looking at it. How good is that? God, I love looking at stuff. It's gotta love looking at stuff. Just look around there. No Fords and Major. It's just all happening. That's right. Well, here we are. We're standing against the statue of the Coo-ee and down at Gilgandra. For you other veterans out here, you've heard the story about this. Back in 1915, this town kicked off with 25 diggers. Here it says 35. And they marched all the way for every village there was, all the way into Sydney, where they ended up with just under 300 recruits to go and fight the war for Australia. So Coo-ee, which is a call to find lost people or those struggling, originated also as a sign to come along with us and join the fight for Australia. You've got to get yourself here to Gilgandra, mate. It's a bloody ripper of a place. Great township too. Yes, it is.